Good evening, I'm meteorologist Nathan Scott, and we continue to watch a dangerous situation unfolding. We now have tornado warnings that have been issued for Scott County into Washington County, Virginia, also Russell County and Sullivan County in Tennessee. And that's because that same storm system that worked its way through Greene County is now getting into the Kingsport area, also the Bristol area. We're going to turn it right over to Mark Reynolds on Live Viper 11 radar to show you where that storm system is located. Yeah, Mark, this storm system is racing its way about 50 to 55 miles per hour, and that is not what we want to see. That is a clear signature that there is some rotation going on. This is a Doppler radar indicated tornado, but if you do live anywhere in this tornado warning in Sullivan County, getting into Scott County, Virginia, also into Washington County, Virginia as well, you want to take shelter right now. This is a very dangerous storm system. We are seeing the signature of possibly some large hail with it, but what we're really concerned about is the possibility that this storm system could be spinning up a tornado around the Kingsport area. You can see how fast it's moving. It's now raced its way to the east of Kingsport. So if you live in Bloomingdale, Blountville, also getting close to Bristol, you'll want to watch out for this storm system. This is what we're keeping an eye on. There's a little bit of rotation happening, and that indicates the possibility that this storm system might be trying to produce a tornado, or a tornado might be on the ground. Even if we don't see a tornado, we still have the possibility of some damaging winds, 50 to 70 miles per hour. So you want to take shelter right now. Go to the lowest level of your building if you live in this area. Sullivan County, Scott County, Washington County, Virginia. Mark, this looks worse than the storm that we just saw 30 minutes ago around the same region. It's got a lot of wind with it. As you can see, 80-mile-per-hour winds, maybe as strong as 100-mile-per-hour winds right around the Interstate 81 corridor.
Now, keep in mind,
just
this is
to the north
upper
and
level,
east.
though, Nathan.
It's upper level, but we could see those winds transfer their way down to the surface. So we could see some damaging winds from the storm system, and that's what we are worried about. Look at this area, a dark area of magenta and black. That indicates large hail, and the possibility, what we're watching is the possibility of a tornado. It's probably down in this area where you see that little appendage just to the north and east of Walkertown. So if you do live in Fall Branch, Sulphur Springs, look out. This storm system is headed your way. Once again, it's time to take shelter because this storm system is a very dangerous storm system. It does have rotation with it, and it's going to continue to race its way to Fordtown. Also, Gray might want to watch out as well.
You can see what.
Yeah, Mark, looks like if you live in the Sulphur Springs area, Gray, Fordtown, you want to take shelter right now. Johnson City, we're okay. We're to the south of this system, but it's going to continue to race its way. If you just got hit by a storm about 30 minutes ago around Kingsport, you're going to get hit again pretty much because this storm system is following the same track as the one that just passed through, raced through your area about 30 minutes ago. And that's what we're seeing. Look at all this black. That indicates the possibility of some large hail. And what we're concerned about is the possibility Doppler radar indicated tornado. It's time to take shelter. Go to the lowest level of your building. You can see there's some definite rotation where the greens, the light greens and the bright reds are together. That indicates we've got winds going towards the radar and winds going away from the radar, and that indicates some twisting in the atmosphere with that possibility of a tornado that might be on the ground or even a funnel cloud. And this is nighttime, so we're not used to this. You can't see the tornado approaching, and these storm systems are racing very quickly, about 50 to 60 miles per hour to the north and to the east. So once again, Kingsport, look out because you're going to get probably a lot of hail, but what you really want to watch out for is if you live to the south and east of Kingsport, around the Gray area, Bristol, you're probably going to be under the gun in the next probably 30 minutes. Yeah, Mark, if you watch the Discovery Channel with storm chasers, this is the location where they see that really large hail, and that's where storm chasers don't want to be. So you might not have the tornado threat in Colonial Heights or Sullivan Gardens, but you're going to get pounded by some very large hail, golf ball size, maybe even larger than that. It's really to the south and east of this system that we're very concerned about. And it's something that you would see in Oklahoma and Texas, not so much northeastern Tennessee. We've got that classic hook echo going on right around the Gray area. You probably want to take shelter right now. They're all carrying tornado warnings. I mean, it's just tornado warnings lined up from West Virginia, stretching all the way down into Knoxville. The cold front's still well out to the west. So until this cold front can get through the area and the atmosphere becomes more stable, we're going to have to deal with this possibility of strong to severe thunderstorms with possibility of tornadoes, and not only tornadoes, but large damaging tornadoes. These storm systems are quickly working their way off to the north and to the east. They will slowly migrate their way to the east. So like I said before, haven't seen much activity in Johnson City and Unicoi County or Boone, but we'll see this line slowly work its way to the east, and there's nothing to stop these storm systems. The atmosphere is primed. We are looking at a very unstable atmosphere. There's more tornado warnings that just went up. Well, Mark, we're seeing the winds possibly with this in the upper levels of the atmosphere, 80 to 100 miles per hour. That means the winds could be making their way down to the surface, damaging wind gusts, and we do have the possibility of a tornado with this system. Camp Creek, you are under the gun now. You haven't been seeing too much activity through the evening, but now we are starting to see those storms start to make that shift to the east. So Camp Creek, you want to watch out. Also Irwin, this storm system will be racing its way to the north and to the east. As you take a look at what's been happening over the past few minutes, this storm system continues to work its way out of Cott County, and now it's getting into Greene County. So Johnson City, watch out. We will have the possibility of a tornado. It's time to take shelter. Take these storms very seriously, folks. I cannot reiterate that enough, because we have seen damage reports, we have heard damage reports, we are getting reports of tornadoes and funnel clouds spotted throughout the region. All those red boxes that you see on Live Viper 11 radar, those are tornado warnings. So we have a lot of activity going on throughout the Tri-Cities. Take shelter. What I mean by that is you want to go to the lowest level of a sturdy structure. As we take a look at that graphic right now, tornado warning means a tornado has been spotted or is indicated by Doppler radar. You want to go to the lowest level of a sturdy structure, not a mobile home. If you can go to a friend's house, a relative's house, take this very seriously, because tornadoes can just toss mobile homes like toys, and that's where a lot of fatalities occur in mobile homes. Go to a basement. If you don't have a basement, an interior closet or an interior bathroom, the idea is to separate yourself from the storm with as many walls as possible. You want to cover yourself. You want to take some blankets, pillows. You want to cover up your head with the possibility of flying debris. And also keep away from windows and glass. These storms are not weakening. There's nothing to weaken these storms. The atmosphere is very primed for these storms to just continuing to feed off the warm and humid air mass that we have in place. So this is going to continue into 11 o'clock, into 12 o'clock, maybe even into the early morning hours. We will stay here with you as long as we have to until these storms clear the region. We still have several, probably a couple hours to go. The tornado watch continues till 1 o'clock in the morning. So you want to stay tuned here. This is a very rapidly changing situation. You can see we've got another line of thunderstorm activity with tornado warnings headed for Rogersville into Hawkins County, also getting into Hancock County. So these might also be producing tornadoes. Hopefully this is the last batch that's going to be working its way through, because the cold front's just to the west of this line, and that's good news, because once the cold front sweeps through, the atmosphere will become more stable, and then we can say goodbye to the severe weather threat. But it has been certainly possibly historic event occurring for not only northeastern Tennessee, but throughout much of the Deep South. We've had 135 preliminary reports of tornadoes. We've had several fatalities that have been confirmed throughout the Deep South, even into Virginia. So this is a very serious situation. If you're just joining us, all the red boxes, those are tornado warnings that are now in effect. It is time to take shelter. Go to the lowest level of a sturdy structure, not a mobile home. If you have a friend's house or a relative's house that it's a sturdy structure, best idea to go there, stay there until this threat is over with. And like I said, it's going to continue probably into the early morning hours. We are still watching a very strong line of thunderstorms now approaching Hawkins County, getting into Hancock County as well. But we have more thunderstorms, supercell thunderstorms, still down to the Chattanooga area.